Om Ajnana Timarandasya Gyanajana Shalakaya Chakshurunmitam Yena Tasmai Shigurave Nama Gurva Bhistam Sapurakam Gurganara Sisha Sambhusitam Chintya Chintya Samastabeda Nipanam Shirupa Patanagam Govindabidam Ujwalam Varatanum Bhaktyan Vidam Sundaram Vande Vishwagurunsha Divyad Bhagavat Premna Bija Pranam Devam Divyatanum Suchandavaranam Balarka Shilanchitam Sandrananda Puram Sadekavaranam Vairagya Vidyamburim Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Banditam Shivaram Mareka Sharanam Nyashishvara Sridharam Panchakopatarubhyascha Kripasindubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahabaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratavishe Namah. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupad. This is this is the Adi-lila. Adi-lila chapter 17. I'll start with verse 273. Sange Nityananda Chandra Shekhara Acharya Mukunda Datta 18 Koila Sarvakarya. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted sannyas, three personalities were with him to perform all the necessary activities. They were Nityananda Prabhu, Chandrasekhar Acharya, and Mukunda Datta. Adi-lila Koila Sutra Ganan Pistari Varnila Iha Dasha Vrindaban. As I have summarized the incidents of the Adi-lila, Srila Vrindaban Das Thakur has described them elaborately in his Chaitanya-bhagavat. Jashoda Nandana Hoila Sachira Nandan Chatarbida Bhakta Baba Kori Ashwadan. The same Supreme Personality of Godhead who appeared as the son of Mother Yashoda has now appeared as the son of Mother Sachi, relishing four kinds of devotional service. Swamadhurya Radha Prema Rasa Ashwadite Radha Baba Ange Kore Jache Balomate. Okay. Servitude, friendship, parental affection, and conjugal love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead are the basis of the four kinds of devotional activities. In Shanta, the marginal stage of devotional service, there is no activity. But above the Shanta humor are servitude, friendship, parental affection, and conjugal love, which represent the gradual growth of devotional service to higher and higher platforms. Swamadhurya Radha Prema Rasa Ashwadite Radha Baba Angi Korijache Balomate. To taste the mellows of Srimati Radharani's loving affairs in her relationship with Krishna and to understand the reservoir of pleasure in Krishna, Krishna himself as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted the mood of Radharani. Gopi Baba Jati Prabhu Doriache Ekanta Brajendra Nandana Mane Apanarakanta. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted the mood of the gopis who accept Brajendra Nandana, Sri Krishna, as their lover. Gopika Bhavera Sudridanis Joy Brajendra Nandana Bina Anyatra Nahoy. It is firmly concluded that the ecstatic mood of the gopis is possible only before Krishna and no one else. Shama Sundar Shikipicha Gunja Vibhushan Gopabesh Tribhangima Murali Badan. He has a bluish complexion, a peacock feather on his head, a gunja garland, and the decorations of a cowherd boy. His body is curved in three places, and he holds a flute to his mouth. Iha Jari Krishna Jari Hoy Anyakar Gopikara Baba Nahi Jai Nikata Tahar. If Lord Krishna gives up this original form and assumes another Vishnu form, nearness to him cannot invoke the ecstatic mood of the gopis. Gopinam Pashupendra Nandana Jusho Bhavasya Kashtam Kriti Vigyatum Shamate Duruha Parave Sansharina Prakriyam Avishkurvati Vaishnavim Api Tanum Tasmin Pujar Jishnubir Jasham Hanta Chaturbir Adbhuta Ruchim Ragodaya Kunchati. Once Sri Krishna playfully manifested himself as Narayan with 4 victorious hands and a very beautiful form. When the gopis saw this exalted form, however, their ecstatic feelings were crippled. Even a learned scholar therefore cannot understand the gopis' ecstatic feelings, which are firmly fixed upon the original form of Lord Krishna as the son of Nanda Maharaj. The wonderful feelings of the gopis in ecstatic parama rasa with Krishna constitute the highest mystery in spiritual life. Basanta Kale Rasa Lila Kore Govardhane Antardana Koila Sanketa Kore Radhashune. During the season of springtime, when the rasa dance was going on, suddenly Krishna disappeared from the scene, indicating that he wanted to be alone with Srimati Radharani. Nibritik Nikunjebasi Deki Radharabat Anveshite Ailatahan Gopikara Tata. Krishna was sitting in a solitary bush waiting for Srimati Radharani to pass by. But while he was searching, the gopis arrived there like a phalanx of soldiers, like a whole battalion of soldiers. Dura hointe Krishna deki bole gopigan edeka kunjara bitara brajendra nandan. Just see, the gopis said, seeing Krishna from a distant place. Here within a bush is Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj. Gopi Gana Deki Krishnera Hoila Sadbas Lukaite Nari Labaye Hoila Bibash. As soon as Krishna saw the gopis, he was struck with emotion. Thus he could not hide himself, and out of fear he became motionless. Chaturbhuja Murtidare Achena Vasya Krishna Deki Gopi Kohe Nikate Asya. Krishna assumed his 4-armed Narayan form and sat there. When all the gopis came, they looked at him and spoke as follows. Now, from my understanding, it sounds like he assumed the form of a deity, a murti. But he has 4, but maybe he just, but he shows 4 hands like Narayan. Ihon Krishna nahe, ihan Narayana Murti, etabole tarig shobe kore nate stuti. He is not Krishna, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayan. After saying this, they offered obeisances and the following respectful prayers. Namo Narayana Deva Koraha Prasad Krishna Sangha Deho Mora Guchaha Bishad. O Lord Narayan, we offer our respectful obeisances unto you. Kindly be merciful to us. Give us the association of Krishna, and thus vanquish our lamentation. So Murti, I guess, just refers to Krishna.
His divine form.
Yeah. Etabole namaskare gela gopigan. Henakale Radha se Dila Darashan. After saying this and offering obeisances, all the gopis dispersed. Then Srimati Radharani came and appeared before Lord Krishna. Radhadeke Krishna Tare Hasya Korite Se Chatur Bhuja Murti Chahena Rakite. When Lord Krishna saw Radharani, he wanted to maintain the 4-armed form just to joke with her. Lukaila Duibuja Radhara Agrate Bahujatna Koila Krishna Narila Rakite in front of Srimati Radharani. However, Sri Krishna had to hide the two extra arms. He tried his best to keep 4 arms before her, but he was completely unable to do so. Radhara Vishuddha Bhaver Achintya Prabhav Jai Krishnare Karaila Dvibuja Swabhav. The influence of Radharani's pure ecstasy is so inconceivably great that it forced Krishna to come to his original 2-armed form. Rasa Ramba Vido Niliya Vasata Kunje Mrigakshi Ganar Drishtam Gopaitum Swam Udora Diya Ya Shushtu Sandarshita Radhaya Pranayasya Handa Mahima Yasya Shriya Rakshitum Sa Shaka Prabha Vishnu Napi Harina Nasit Chatur Bahuta. Prior to the rasa dance, Lord Krishna hid himself in a grove just to have fun. When the gopis came, their eyes resembling those of deer, by his sharp intelligence he exhibited his beautiful 4-armed form to hide himself. But when Srimati Radharani came there, Krishna could not maintain his 4 arms in her presence. This is the wonderful glory of her love. Say Brajeshwara Ihan Jagannatha Pita, Se Brajeshwari Ihan Sachi Devi Mata. Father Nanda, the king of Brajabhumi, is now Jagannath Mishra, the father of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Mother Yashoda, the queen of Brajabhumi, is now Sachi Devi, Lord Chaitanya's mother. Se Nanda Sutta Ihan Chaitanya Gosai, Se Baladeva Ihan Nityananda Bhai. The former son of Nanda Maharaj is now Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and the former Baladev, Krishna's brother, is now Nityananda Prabhu, the brother of Lord Chaitanya. Basayanasya Sakya Tin Bhavamoy Se Nityananda Krishna Chaitanya Sahai. Sri Nityananda Prabhu always feels the ecstatic emotions of paternity, servitude, and friendship. He always assists Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in that way. So Baladev, he as Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu always has sometimes he has the motion of dasha, sometimes he's serving, sometimes he's as dasha, sakya, as a friend, and vatsalya, sometimes as an elder brother or superior, like as a relationship of paternity. So, prema bhakti diyateho mashala jagate tara charitra loke napare bhujite. Sri Nityananda Prabhu overflooded the entire world by distributing transcendental loving service. No one can understand his character and activities. Advaita Charya Gosai Bhakta Avatar Krishna Avatariya Koila Bhaktira Prachar. Sri Advaita Acharya Prabhu appeared as an incarnation of a devotee. He is in the category of Krishna, but he descended to this earth to propagate devotional service. Sakyadasha Duibaba Sahaja Tahar Kabu Prabhu Korentare Guru Vyabhar. His natural emotions were always on the platform of fraternity and servitude, but the Lord sometimes treated him as his spiritual master. Shrivasadi Jata Mahaprabhur Bhaktagan Nija Nija Bhave Korena Chaitanya Sevan. All the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, headed by Srivas Thakur, have their own emotional humors in which they render service unto him. Pandita Gosai Adi Jara Jai Ras Se Rase Prabhu Hanatara Bas. Personal associates like Gadadhar Pandit, Swarup Damodar, Ramananda Roy, and the six Goswamis headed by Rupa Goswami are all situated in their respective transcendental humors. Thus the Lord submits to various positions in various transcendental mellows. Tihan Shama Bamshi Mukha Gopa Vilasi Ihan Gora Kabu Dvija Kabuta Sannyasi. In Krishna Lila, the Lord's complexion is blackish. Holding a flute to his mouth, he enjoys as a cowherd boy. Now the self-same person has appeared with a fair complexion, sometimes acting as a Brahmin and sometimes accepting the renounced order of life. Ateva apane Prabhu Gopi Baba Dori Brajendra Nandane Kohe Prananata Kori. Therefore, the Lord himself, accepting the emotional ecstasy of the gopis, now addresses the son of Nanda Maharaj, O master of my life, O my dear husband. Say Krishna, say Gopi, Parama Viroda, Achintya Charitra Prabhur Ati Sudurboda. He is Krishna, yet he has accepted the mood of the gopis. How is it so? It is the inconceivable character of the Lord, which is very difficult to understand. Ite tarka kore keho nakora samshai krishnara chintya shakti e matahoy. One cannot understand the contradictions in Lord Chaitanya's character by putting forward mundane logic and arguments. Consequently, one should not maintain doubts in this connection. One should simply try to understand the inconceivable energy of Krishna. Otherwise, one cannot understand how such contradictions are possible. Achintyat Bhuta Krishna Chaitanya Vihara Chitra Bhava Chitra Guna Chitra Vyavahara. The pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are inconceivable and wonderful. His ecstasy is wonderful, his qualities are wonderful, and his behavior is wonderful. Tarke iha nahimane jay durachar Kumbhi pake pache tara nahika nishtar. If one simply adheres to mundane arguments and therefore does not accept this, he will boil in the hell of Kumbhi paka. For him, there is no deliverance. Kumbhi paka, type of hellish conclusion, Kumbhi paka, a type of hellish condition, is described in Srimad Bhagavatam, wherein it is said that a person who cooks living birds and beasts to satisfy his tongue is brought before Yamaraj after death and punished in the Kumbhipaka hell. There he is put into boiling oil called Kumbhipaka, from which there is no deliverance. Kumbhipaka is meant for persons who are unnecessarily envious. Those who are envious of the activities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are punished in that hellish condition. So they become like pakoras.
Kumbhipaka pakoras?
They're in boiling oil, in other words. It's not very pleasant. I shouldn't make light of it. I could be punished. All right. Achintya kalu jay bhava natam starkena yojayat prakrit Prakriti-bhya param yatscha tad achintyasya lakshanam. Anything transcendental to material nature is called inconceivable, whereas arguments are all mundane. Since mundane arguments cannot touch transcendental subject matters, one should not try to understand transcendental subjects through mundane arguments. Adbhuta Chaitanya-lilaya Jahara Vishwas Sejana Jaya Chaitanya Parampash. Only a person who has firm faith in the wonderful pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can approach his lotus feet. Prasange Kohila e Siddhantara Sar Ihaje Shuni Shuddha Bhakti Hoi Tar. In this discourse, I have explained the essence of the devotional condition. Anyone who hears this develops unalloyed devotional service to the Lord. In this discourse, I have explained the essence of the devotional conclusion. Anyone who hears this develops unalloyed devotional service to the Lord. Likita grantera jadi kori anubad tame se grantera arta paye ashvad. If I repeat what is already written, I may thus relish the purpose of this scripture. Deki grande bhagavate vyasara achar katako he anubada kore bar. We can see in the scripture Srimad Bhagavatam the conduct of its author, Sri Vyasadeva. After speaking the narration, he repeats it again and again. Tati Adi-lila kore paricheda ganan pratama parichede koilun mangalacharan. Therefore I shall enumerate the chapters of the Adi-lila. In the first chapter I offer obeisances to the spiritual master, for this is the beginning of auspicious writing. Dvitiya parichede Chaitanya Tattva Nirupan Swayam Bhagavan Jai Brajendra Nandan. The second chapter explains the truth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, the son of Maharaj Nanda. Tehota Chaitanya Krishna Sachiranandan Tritiya Parichede Janmera Samankaran. Tehota Chaitanya Krishna Sachiranandan Tritiya Parichede Janmer Samanya Karan. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who is Krishna himself, has now appeared as the son of Mother Sachi. The third chapter describes the general cause of his appearance. Tahin Madhye Premadan Viseshakaran Jogya Dharma Krishna Nama Prema Pracharan. The third chapter specifically describes the distribution of love of God, and it also describes the religion of the age, which is simply to distribute the holy name of Lord Krishna and propagate his process of loving him. Third chapter specifically describes the distribution of love of Godhead, and also describes the religion of the age, which is simply to distribute the holy name of Lord Krishna and propagate the process of loving him. Chaturte Kohilun Janmera Mula Prayojan Swamadhurya Premananda Rasa Asvadan. Chaturte Kohilun Janmer Mula Prayojan Swamadhurya Premananda Rasa Asvadan. The fourth chapter describes the main reason for his appearance, which is to taste the mellows of his own transcendental loving service and his own sweetness. Panchame Sri Nityananda Tattva Nirupan Nityananda Hoila Rama Rohini Nandan. The 5th chapter describes the truth of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, who is none other than Balaram, the son of Rohini. Shashta Parichede Advaita Tatvera Bichar Advaita Charya Maha Vishnu Avatar. The 6th chapter considers the truth of Advaita Charya. He is an incarnation of Mahavishnu. Saptama Parichede Pancha Tatvera Akyan Pancha Tatvera Mili Jai Koila Premadan. The 7th chapter describes the Pancha Tattva, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda, Sri Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, and Shivas. They all combine together to distribute love of Godhead everywhere. Ashtame Chaitanya-lila Varna Karana Ek Krishna Namer Maham Mahima Katan. The 8th chapter gives a reason for describing Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. It also describes the greatness of Lord Krishna's holy name. The 8th chapter gives a reason for describing Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. It also describes the greatness of Lord Krishna's holy name. Navamete Bhakti Kalpa Brikara Varnan Sri Chaitanya Malikoila Brika Aropan. The 9th chapter describes the desire tree of devotional service. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself is the greatest of who planted it. The 9th chapter describes the desire tree of devotional service. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself is the gardener who planted it. Dashamete Mula Skander Sakari Ganan Sarva Saka Ganer Jaiche Phala Vitaran. The 10th chapter describes the branches and sub-branches of the main trunk and the distribution of their fruits. Ekadashi Nityananda Saka Vivaran Dwadashe Advaita Skanda Shakara Varnan. The 11th chapter describes the branch called Sri Nityananda Prabhu. The 12th chapter describes the branch called Sri Advaita Prabhu. Trayodashe Mahaprabhur Janma Vivaran Krishnanama Sahajaiche Prabhura Janam. The 13th chapter describes the birth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which took place with the chanting of the holy name of Krishna. Chaturdashe Bhaya-lilar Kichu Vivaran Panchadashe Poganda-lilara Sankepe Katan. The 14th chapter gives some description of the Lord's childhood pastimes. The 15th briefly describes the Lord's boyhood pastimes. The 14th chapter gives some description of the Lord's childhood pastimes. The 15th chapter briefly describes the Lord's boyhood pastimes. Shodasa Parichede Kaishora Lilara Rud Udesh. Shodadasa Parichede Kaishora Lila Rad Udesh Saptadashe Jovana Lila Kohilun Vishesh. In the 16th chapter, I've indicated the pastimes of the Kaishora age, the age prior to youth. In the 17th chapter, I have specifically described his youthful pastimes. E Saptadasha Prakar Adi Lila Par A Saptadasha Prakara Adi-lila ras Prabandha Dvarasha Prabandha Tate Granta Mukhabandha. Thus there are 17 varieties of subjects in the first canto, which is known as the Adi-lila. 12 of these constitute the preference of this scripture. Oh no, pardon me. Thus there are 17 varieties of subjects in the first canto, which is known as the Adi-lila. 12 of these constitute the preface of this scripture. Pancha Prabande Pancha Rasara Charita Sankepi Kohilunati Nakoilun Vistrita Pancha Prabande Pancha Rasara Charita Sankepi Kohilunate Nakoilun Vistrita. After the chapters of the preface, I have described the transcendental mellows in 5 chapters. I have described them very briefly, rather than extensively. After the chapters of the preface, I have described the transcendental mellows in 5 chapters. I have described them very briefly rather than expansively. Vrindavanada Shiha Chaitanya Mangale Vishtari Varnila Nityananda Agyabole. By the order and strength of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Srila Vrindaban Das Thakur has elaborately described in the Chaitanya-bhagavat all that I have not. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Lila Bhuta Ananta Brahma Shiva Sesha Jara Pahi Anta. The pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are wonderful and unlimited. Even personalities like Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and Lord Sesha, and the pastimes of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are wonderful and unlimited. Even personalities like Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and Sesha cannot find their end. Jai Jai Amsha Kohe Shuni Saidanya Achire Milibetare Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Anyone who describes or hears any part of this elaborate subject will very soon receive the causeless mercy of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Advaita Nityananda Srivas Gadadharadi Jata Bhakta Brinda. Herein the author again describes the Panchatattva. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivas and all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya. Jata Jata Bhakta Gana Vaishe Brindavane Namra Hoya Shire Daron Sabara Charane. I offer my respectful obeisances to all the residents of Vrindaban. I wish to place their lotus feet on my head in great humbleness. I offer my respectful obeisances to all the residents of Vrindaban. I wish to place their lotus feet on my head in great humbleness. Shri Swarup, Shri Rupa, Shri Sanatan, Shri Raghunath Das Ara, Shri Jiva Charan, Shiredore Bando Nitya Karun Tara Ash, Chaitanya Charitamrita Kohe Krishnadas. I wish to place the lotus feet of the Goswamis on my head. Their names are Shri Swarup Damodar, Shri Rupa Goswami, Shri Sanatan Goswami, Shri Raghunath Das Goswami, and Shri Jiva Goswami. Placing their lotus feet on my head, always hoping to serve them, I, Krishnadas, narrate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Adi-lila, 17th chapter, describing the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his youth. End of the Adi-lila. Hare Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama Hare Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Gopa Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan Gopa Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan Giridhari Gopinatha Mananamon Giridhari Gopinatha Mananamon Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Rupa Sanatam Bhakta Raghunath Jai Rupa Sanatam Bhakta Raghunath Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunath Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunath H.I. Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan H.I. Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan Jaite Vignana Shabishta Puran Jaite Vignana Shabishta Puran H.I. Gosai Jar Mui Taradas H.I. Gosai Jar Mui Taradas Dasabha Pada Renu Mora Panchagras Dasabha Pada Renu Mora Panchagras Tadir Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanibas Tadir Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanibas Janame More Abhilas Janame More Abhilas H.I. Gosai Jabe Braje Koilabas H.I. Gosai Braje Koilabas Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakash Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakash Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majayaman Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majayaman Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamudas Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamudas Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamudas Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamudas Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhariju Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmawacharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Tara Sadashi Shrimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Tara Sadashi Shrimad Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishordas Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhaktivedanta Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Rupanuga Guru Bharga Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasha Raghunath Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Premsigo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Shri Gaura Bhaktivedanta Ki Jai. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. Srila Vrindaban Das Thakur Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya-bhagavat Ki Jai. Narottam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Vishwavarenya Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupad Ki Jai. Srila Bhakti Kushamasha Maharaj Ki Jai. Srila Bhakti Tilak Niraya Maharaj Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Sri Navadip Dham Ki Jai. Sri Mayapur Ki Jai. Saparshada Sri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Saparshada Sriman Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Sri Koladvip Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Soquel Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Seva Ashram Ki Jai. Ganga Devi Ki Jai, Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Shri Vrindaban Dham Ki Jai, Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Govardhan, Sham Kuna Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Ju Ki Jai, Shri Purushottam Dham Ki Jai, Baladev Subhadra Jagannath Ju Ki Jai, Bhakti Vigna Vinashaya, Shri Nishinga Dev Ki Jai, Bhakta Prabhara Shri Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai, Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Kadasi Upavas Ki Jai. Shri, all the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Jai. Jai Shri Vishaka Devi Dasi Ki Jai. Jai Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari.